Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jessica Duffy here with Jessica Duffy Beauty. And today I wanted to do something a little bit different. Usually I'm doing tutorials or testing out new products, not brand new on the market, but brand new to me. I'm sure you guys have heard me say that a million times, and I will say it a million more because I'm not the type of person to really jump on the bandwagon when something is first launched. There's always deals, there's always price reductions going on. So anyway, I want to do a little unboxing with you. So if you guys are interested, if you really love watching people unbox and show brand new products, then keep on watching. Okay, so I have not touched up at all yet. I worked all day and then I went straight from work to Kroger, then Sephora. So please forgive my bit of a dewy kind of look that I have going on here. I love dewiness, but there's a fine line between dewy and oily. So first I'm going to show you, I'll save the very best for last because I said, Kroger and Sephora. So first I want to show you what I got at Kroger. This Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer has been extremely popular. There are several shades. I just got the basic bronzer. There's a light, there's this, and then there are a couple other shades deeper for more deep skin tones. This I paid $11.99 at Kroger, and as a valued customer or whatever, I got a 50-cent discount, which is not too bad. And if you try to buy this at Ulta, you're going to end up paying more like $15 for it. So if you're interested in buying drugstore products, I would sometimes go check and see that it's at a drugstore before you go to Ulta, because sometimes you can get it a little bit cheaper. Next, I got the Kiss Lash Couture Faux Mink collection in the style Midnight. They're very fluttery, very wispy. I like the faux mink styles because they're a lot more like a real kind of lash as opposed to that really kind of blunt cut on the very end of the lash. I'm not somebody that wears lashes all the time, but when I do, I want them to be comfortable. So yeah, these were new, and I paid, let's see here, I paid $5.99 for these, which is not too bad. So yeah. I also purchased the Duo Lash Adhesive in the white to clear. Nothing special about lash glue. I only have the little travel size that comes like when you purchase e.l.f. or any other kind of lashes, the little tiny one that comes. It's not very easy to put onto the lash. So I paid $3.99 for that. They have it in black. But a lot of times if you're you just want to be careful. You have to pay attention to what you're looking for. This is supposed to dry clear. The other one is supposed to dry black. Unless you are extremely good at applying glue and lashes, I would steer away from the black because it can smear and make your makeup look really bad, and it's not going to be very easy to conceal once it's on. The next thing that I got is the Maybelline Matte Lipstick. Color Sensational Matte Lipstick in the shade 545 Beige Babe. You know me, I'm all about the nudes, guys. I will go ahead and I'm wearing a little bit on my lips, but I'm just going to go ahead and swatch it. Ignore the current swatch on my hand, the little liner. I was at Sephora, hands just plain in makeup, so ignore that. Like I said, this is a matte formula. I'm trying to mix it up with all of my nudes. Nude is something that I go for on a day-to-day basis. But I really want to mix it up with the type of formula and stuff. I've got a lot of the more kind of shiny, glossy. I don't have a lot of mattes, though. I've only got one matte. The last few things that I got are not really makeup related. They're more nail. So I'll show you. I have to say, when I saw these, the kid in me just went nuts. You know how OPI and SE brand nail polish is expensive. It's like $8.99 a bottle, and that's insanity. So I was walking by the nail polish and I saw these little babies. Look at how cute. They don't say the name of the shades on them, unfortunately. They just have like batch numbers on the bottom, and then on the little barcode it says OPI Fishbowl M, and it says it on every single color. So I don't know if you can see that, but anyway, I got a white. I'm kind of hoping that it turns out more opaque. but we will see. I wasn't gonna open and, ooh, that is fairly opaque. OPI is always, that's a really, really nice white. I like that. You can never go wrong with a white nail polish. You can layer your neons on top of it. You can layer your pastels on top of it to really make them pop. The next color that I got is more of a, it's kind of like a sky, like mint greenish bluish color. And I saw this, they had a lot of pastels. They had a lot of bright summery colors. I just saw these two. I saw the white and I just had to get it. I don't know if you guys can see that. Now for each of those, still quite expensive. I'm sorry, you guys, but I paid, they were $2.99 a piece. And then the very last thing at Sally's that I purchased is just a, or at Sally's, I'm sorry, at Kroger, not at Sally's, is the Sally Hansen No Chip Top Coat. I almost got the OPI one, but it was $8.99. Like I said, I'm not paying that much for nail polish because clearly I don't wear them. I work in the medical field. I'm actually not allowed to have bright nail polish. So next, we're gonna get into the star of the show. I'm so famous for saying that, but the whole reason why I went over to Sephora is to purchase this lovely, beautiful package. The great thing about luxury skincare or luxury items from Sephora in general is not only do they package them in smaller travel size for people to have more access to them, as well as to test out the product, because you don't want to spend, you know, $60 on something just to find out that it doesn't work for you. Now, I am obsessed with all three. I have tried out all three, all in travel size. This comes with the Tatcha Pure One Step Camila Cleansing Oil. I am currently still going through the other travel size that I have, so clearly, and I don't use this on a nightly basis, but clearly between this, my Garnier, my micellar water, holy crap, try saying that 5 times fast, and then between those two and then my Clinique Take the Day Off Balm, I would rotate kind of, it depends on how much makeup I was wearing that day. But this is a beautiful cleansing oil. If you're somebody that's really into the 2-step cleansing routine, I highly, highly recommend. But you can purchase this in the travel size alone. I think it's $12 to $15 for this size. I can't see the size in here, but I'd say that's approximately an ounce. You can try this, or you can get the large size for $48. It also comes with a travel of the Tatcha Silk Canvas, which I am literally obsessed with, but I cherish my little tiny, because I have another travel size, but I cherish it because I have several luxury higher end primers, but I just work so sparingly with them because they're expensive and they're beautiful. And when I can afford stuff like this, I really do invest, because it's not just for makeup necessarily. There are skincare ingredients inside of these products that are very beneficial for your skin. So yes, but the huge reason why I purchased it, this just came with everything in it that I wanted. I really needed to re-up on my cleansing oil or balm, and I just am obsessed with the Tatcha. But I really wanted to repurchase the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. I had it in a smaller container and it was amazing, but it goes so fast. The little tiny travel size, and more than anything, I was using it at the end of the night after I was doing all of my skincare, because unless you spray it directly on your sponge and kind of lightly press, then you're gonna get a very kind of dewy, luminous look, and that might be great for some dry-skinned people, but in this really hot, humid weather months, at the end of the day, if I'm already looking like this, I'm not gonna spray it directly onto my face unless it's for skincare or, you know, kind of just like a refresher, no makeup day. All right, so next I went ahead and bought another beauty blender. Can't have enough of these. Unfortunately, they are quite pricey. So if you're looking for an affordable dupe, I would highly recommend the Real Techniques, the orange sponge that's got kind of a slant cut in it. You guys have seen me use it many, many times. It comes in a body size as well as different colors. I don't know if the different colors signify kind of different texture for different uses. Similar to the Beauty Blender, a Beauty Blender has black, nude, marble, the traditional original pink, and they supposedly have different textures for different uses. I don't really know how true that is, but anyway, I got a new one, and right now they have the limited edition Queen packaging. This is not nearly as flimsy as the original packaging. It's kind of like a little stand to set your beauty blender on top of, for like if you've washed it and it's drying, you don't want it to roll around, because that's the one downfall with these things, is that because they're so round, they're gonna roll around. And trust me, I treat these things like gold, because they just are. Like, I'm sorry, nothing will. Real Techniques is amazing, but there's just something to be said about having, you know, the OG original Ride or Die. All right, so next I have the Natasha Denona Mini Nude Palette. Now, if you guys have heard me talk about higher end products, actually, I don't think I've ever talked about Natasha Denona. I will just say, if you know who she is, she's a phenomenal makeup artist. She started this brand. I don't really know that much about her, but what I do know is that her products are extremely high quality, therefore the price matches that. The cheapest palette that I have seen that is full size, I think, is like $65. The most expensive palette that I have seen her put out is $239. That is a whopping amount of money. But if you're a makeup artist, if you're looking for high quality, you know you can depend on it. You know you're not going to have any trouble blending or with fallout or anything like that. You really can depend on palettes such as Natasha Denona and or Pat McGrath. Those are the two just icon up here, next level best. So, like I have said several times throughout this video, what I really, really love is that these brands are willing to make smaller size, almost sample sizes that are at a more affordable price. They may not be worth it to you because this particular product was $25. But when you're thinking about the fact that you get to test out the formula and you really get to decide whether or not this would be something that you would want to invest in the long run, I really think that it's worth it. That just reminded me, I did not mention the products for the prices for the last two products. For the Beauty Blender, always $20 flat. For this Tatcha, this is it is value. It's an $83 value, but it was $59, which is amazing because just for the Luminous Dewy Skin Mist, it is $48, I believe. The full-size Tatcha Silk Canvas is $52, but this is $22, and then this is, I want to say, $20 to $22. So it averages out, and you're really getting a deal. When you go into Sephora or go onto their website, you really can find so many different of these value sets. Some are limited edition, some are sticking around. So anyway, back to the palette. This is just the mini nude. They have several different types of these beautiful palettes, and honestly, I had been dying to really test out this formula. Tati Westbrook raves about how great these shadows are, as does everybody else. Honestly, if it wasn't worth the price, she would not continue to charge the prices that she does. That's just how I feel. But anyway, if any of you guys were ever interested in trying out a Natasha Denona product, not only does she have eyeshadow palettes, but she's got face palettes. She's got the Blush and Glow, the Sculpt and Glow, the notorious $90 6-pan face sculpting palette. It's like a dupe for my Urban Decay Naked Shapeshifter, except the Urban Decay is half the price, unfortunately. But they have many sizes of those Sculpt and Glow, Blush and Glow palettes as well. So, you know, the aisle of doom in Sephora where you are trying to pay and not look at everything around you in the mini sample sizes, that is where I got all of this, except for this. Very last product that I paid for, and I say that because I got some stuff with my points that I will share with you as well. Sephora has an amazing point system. But the very last product that I got is the GlamGlow Gravity Mud Firming Treatment Mask. This thing went viral for years. I mean, it still is. This is a notoriously well-known mask or brand in general. I believe they have 5 to 6 different types of masks. There's hydrating, brightening, purifying. This is the lifting and sculpting one. Now, this is obviously tiny. I bought this in the aisle of doom, as I like to call it. The larger size of this size was $25, but the original size is $59. Generally, that's a common price point in Sephora, I've noticed. But I've heard that this is such an amazing mask, and I'm really trying to indulge and invest in good skincare lately. I'm a true believer in, you know, your makeup's only going to look as good as what is underneath, and that is the cold, hard truth, unfortunately. But it does not mean that you have to spend so much money to take care of your skin and have it look beautiful. So I've decided that what I want to do is for my next video, specifically test this out, show you guys how it works, what it looks like, how to use it, if it's worth the money, if I really do see a difference. So yeah, very last thing, and this is not something that I paid for, but like I said, Sephora has an amazing point system. They first start out as their insider, and you don't have to purchase anything to be an insider. You just give your information, your phone number, so they can look you up every time you purchase something. And then every single time you purchase something, you can see the point system online. So when you started as an insider, you get so many points per dollar spent. And then once you spend, I think it's about $400 in a 12-month calendar year, you move up to the VIB, which then you get more points per dollar spent. So you can, in turn, either get smaller items such as these or save up your points, and you can end up getting something such as, you know, you win a trip to go with a brand and, you know, take a makeup class or something. The point system is amazing. The rewards you get are amazing. And then the very last tier, and that is called the Rogue or Rouge, R-O-U-G-E. And to get to that point, you have to spend, I think it's right around $1,000 and maybe even $1,200 in a calendar year. Now, I know that's going to sound like so much money, but if you really think about it, if you're going and buying all of your beauty essentials at a drugstore, you know, however often you go shopping, that money is going to rack up regardless. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to be able to find drugstore at Sephora, because you're not, but Ulta does have a similar point system as well. It's right around the same price point. You have to spend a certain amount to get to the next. There are 3 tiers, and every single year on your birthday, you get a free gift. You get, you know, rewards for spending your money. I really do think that it's worth it, and I appreciate the fact that Sephora really does reward, you know, their customers, because this stuff is not cheap, guys. Anyway, my free gift that I got is a little package. It was for 250 points. Because I'm a VIB, that's right in the middle tier, I get 1 point per dollar spent, or I'm sorry, 1.25 points per dollar spent. For the insider, you get 1 point. Now, this is Glow Recipe. I've heard nothing but great things from them. They started out, I think it was started out by maybe an Instagram or a YouTube. It was by an influencer of some sort. She started her own skincare line. Her very first product was the Watermelon Sleeping Mask, I believe it was. It comes in the really beautiful glass-looking jar. And so what came in this is, we have got a little watermelon plastic pouch, and we've got some instructions, it looks like, just in case we don't know how to put on skincare. Glow Recipe is the leading innovator in natural Korean skincare, expertly curating products from the best K-beauty brands and meticulously formulating new products to help customers achieve bouncy, glowing skin. So what we got in here was the Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer right here. It says here it is a skin perfecting oil-free daily moisturizer that instantly melts into skin without heaviness and works well under makeup. 90% of this silky moisturizer is derived from antioxidant-packed watermelon for weightless hydration and instant radiance. It's ideal for oily to combo skin. It says use as a moisturizer after treatment products. Dispense 1 pump onto fingertips and pat onto skin until absorbed. For dry skin, use as a serum after toning. Dispense 1 pump, blah, 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 blah. All right, can be used daily, morning, and night. The other product that we have here is the Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask, the famous product. It says here a radiance boosting sleeping mask plus hydrating gel cream in one, concentrated with watermelon extract, hyaluronic acid, you know we love that, and gentle skin refining AHAs. It smooths skin overnight for a post-facial baby soft result. Really quickly, I want to interject here and say that if you guys have been following me for a while, if you watch my skincare routine morning or night, you know that I absolutely love AHAs and BHAs. If you don't know what those are, I would highly suggest you do a little bit of research. But we're in the day and age where there are physical exfoliators and then there are chemical. And if you're not really educating yourself on exfoliating or how often you should be, then typically people are being too rough with their skin with these physical exfoliants. And I gotta say, like, they can be extremely dangerous, and I am absolutely guilty of using them until I started educating myself. You want to figure out what works best for your skin type. I would suggest at least exfoliating once a week, bare minimum once a week. Now, AHAs are a fruit-derived chemical exfoliator. It is much more kind of dulled down, if you will, version of a BHA. An AHA penetrates just to the surface of the skin, and it really kind of sloughs off all of that. It does what it says it does. It's a chemical exfoliator. It sloughs off all that dead skin. It helps with texture. It helps to keep your skin bright and just keeping all of those pores open, preventing clogged pores. A BHA is much more intense, I guess I would say. It works on a deeper layer of the skin as opposed to just the surface. And honestly, if you're going to be looking for any chemical exfoliator, you can find tons and tons of products with both AHA and BHA. For instance, my Lancome Visionaire Crescendo, it's a 28-day cycle period. The first 14 days is the AHA, which preps your skin for the second 14 days, which is the BHA. You can do that, I think it says like twice a year or something, but there are lower concentrations of chemical exfoliants that you can use on a nightly basis. I would suggest though, if you are going to use any kind of chemical exfoliator, always wear a sunscreen in the morning. You should be regardless, because the sun is what causes our aging, unfortunately. UVA rays are what causes direct aging, and then UVB rays are what cause, gosh, what did I just hear? That burning. I'm sorry. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to finish reading about the Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask, and then we'll move on. To use a sleeping mask, apply as the final step of the evening routine. For drier skin types, add an additional layer if desired. Pat gently until absorbed. Wash thoroughly in the morning. To use as a wash-off mask, apply a thick layer to damp, clean skin. Rinse with lukewarm water after 10 minutes. Now I would suggest always, no matter what, always using lukewarm water unless you're going to use cold water. Too warm of water is going to be damaging to your skin, and I know that there's a common belief out there that if you use hot water, it's going to open your pores, it's going to be really good for you. It will open your pores because pores open and close based on heat and coolness. They expand and contract based on temperature. But in the long run, with really, really warm water, you could be causing damage. You could be causing dryness, sensitivity. So just consider that when you are washing your face. Try to never go any warmer than lukewarm. So that is it, you guys. That's what we have for this week's haul, my first kind of haul. Why don't you guys go ahead and subscribe, thumbs up if you like this video, and if you want me to do more things like this, because honestly, I'm going out and buying makeup to test out and review for you guys anyway. So if you want me to do more reviews, I am more than happy to. I love you guys so much. Please be a friend, pass on the video. I'm really trying to get some views out there. So I love you guys so much. I'll see you next time.